Hey YouTube, this video is going to be on the Naked 3 palette. I am going to join about 1 million other people who have done a video on this palette. The price of this palette, I'm looking at it on Sephora.com, is $52. And when you get it, it comes in packaging like this. And you all know this is sort of the rose gold version of the other Naked palettes, and the actual palette looks like this with sort of a rippled texture on the case. It is similar to the Naked 2 palette. It actually to me looks a little bit more feminine than the Naked 2 palette, and you can see the difference in the colors. When you open it up, it looks like this, and I am afraid to do this, so I want to blind you with the mirror, but the colors look like this, and I'll do quick swatches of them in a second. What I wanted to do is I'll hold them up and see if I can hold them all up. I wanted to hold up the Nakeds 1, 2, and 3 and show you the differences. That is going to be a feat. Let's see if I can get that done. If the brushes fall out, forgive me, because I can't. I am doing a serious balancing act right now, trying to get all 3 of these held up. Okay, let's see if we can do this without damaging my, okay. So at the top, and I think I have my finger in that black. At the top is the Naked 1. In the middle is the Naked 2. And you can see the difference in the bottom one is the Naked 3. You can see the difference in the 3 of them. And let's hope we didn't dig. We did sort of put our finger a little bit in the Naked 2 palette. So you notice that this one has more pinks, a little bit of, it looks like a little purple down here. It's much warmer than the Naked 2 palette. I think still my favorite would be the Naked 1 palette. What I also wanted to do, and I feel like I'm all over the place, is compare it to the Lorac Unzipped palette, which I also have, and it is one of my favorites because everybody's so excited about the fact that Urban Decay now has this palette with all these rose gold colors in it, when Lorac did it first. So on top is your Unzipped palette from Lorac. On the bottom is your Naked 3 palette. Maybe it would have been easier to, I don't know. But there, aside from the fact that you have more colors in this one, there is not a whole heck of a lot of exciting difference in the Naked 3 palette. The packaging is a little bit cuter, but you have your fair amount of rose gold and pinky sort of colors in the Lorac palette, the Unzipped palette, and I think that this one is much cheaper than the Naked 3. Not that I don't like the Naked 3, but if you were looking for another option, the Lorac Unzipped. Let's see if I can find that and tell you how much it is, if they have it. I don't know if this thing is still hard to see. I mean, if it's hard to find this, or, but here I am once again looking up something online as I do this video with you. I'm supposed to be like doing swatches, and I'm sitting here looking up the another palette, the price of another palette. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so on Ulta.com I can find the Lorac palette, and it's $40, and it comes with their behind the scenes, I think it's called, eye primer. So $40, and you get 10 eyeshadows. Was that right? Yeah, you get 10 eyeshadows. It's $52, and I think you get 12 eyeshadows. Yeah, you get 12 eyeshadows. So if you want to save a little bit of money, this one to me is just as good as this one. The colors on here are very pigmented. The formula is really creamy, goes on nice, blends very well. But this is supposed to be about this. So let me quickly show you some swatches. And we will sort of just swipe those on my hand. And the first one here is Strange. Then you have Dust, which does just that. It looks like a dusting of color. Then you have Burnout, and then you have Limit. Let's put a little bit more of this one on so you can. So this is Limit, Burnout, Dust, and Strange. And the next four are, this is Buzz, then you have Trick, and Trick didn't show up very well. I think I'm not doing that well with swatching. Hold on, and swatch a little bit more. Okay, so those come out a little better. You have Buzz, you have Trick, you have Nooner, and you have Liar. And then the last four are, let's do it this way. This is Factory. That's a really pretty color. You have Mugshot. You have Dark Side, which feels a little bit drier and more crumbly than the rest of them. It looks like a duochrome color on my hand also. And then the last one looks like sort of a black with pink or reddish colored glitter in it. It's called Black Heart. And you can't even really see the glitter right there. Hold on. Sort of, you can see it, but that's called Black Heart. I have been playing with this, and I have done a couple of different looks with it. It's okay. I'm not super duper impressed because I had the Lorac Pro in the unzipped palette, and I like that a lot, and I don't find that this one is much different than the Lorac unzipped, except maybe for you have this dark color here and this color here. The rest of them, I almost feel like you can recreate the same sort of look with the unzipped palette. But I had to add it to my collection of naked palettes. Still, my absolute favorite naked palette is the first one that they came out, because this is up my alley and I like all of the warm colors in this palette. So if I had to rate my like for the three palettes, it would be the Naked 3, and then the Naked 2, only because the Naked 2 has a lot of cooler colors that I don't tend to gravitate towards. I have used it, and you can tell I have used it, but I have used the Naked 1 more often, and I can probably say I'll use the 3 more than I use the 2. If that review has been very confusing, I am sorry, but overall I just want to kind of sum it up and say I like the Naked 3. I like the packaging, how secure it is, and that it snaps closed, and that it's really pretty and ruffled and rose gold, and I like the pigmentation of the colors. I just don't think it's very unique. I think if you have the Lorac Unzipped palette, which looks like this, and it costs $12 less, you can probably pass. You can probably pass on the Naked 3 palette. I will also say I see 1, 2, 3. 3 mattes in this palette, and you have 1, 2, 3, I think 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes in this palette, and you have 1 matte, which I think is great for me for blending color, and I am not very sure about using any of these as a blending color, as they may be too light for my skin tone. But that is my review. I do not regret buying it at all. It will get a lot of use. I'll get a lot of use out of it. It's just not very unique to me. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Bye.